Anxiety. It shows up everywhere now. In conversations, posts, DMs, in the way someone's voice cracks when they say, I don't really want to do this anymore. Anxiety isn't just a private feeling, it's like a global phenomenon at this point. Over the past 2 decades, anxiety rates have spiked, especially among young people. And if you zoom that out to a global scale, not just being young adults, the curve only keeps climbing. The question is, why? Let's start with the evidence, shall we? In the US, self-reported anxiety among young adults has nearly doubled since the late 2000s. Globally, studies show that from 1990 to 2021, the prevalence of anxiety disorders increased by almost 20%. During the pandemic, those numbers spiked again. Children, teenagers, entire generations suddenly reporting levels of fear and unease far beyond what had been normal. Now, this isn't just a case of, we're talking about it more. Sure, anxiety as a mental illness has become a lot more of a talking point. However, paranoia as a whole, this entire anxiety, it's actually worse. So why is it happening? Say it with me now. That damn phone. As a person with far too much screen time, I feel like I have the right to say that social media completely wrecks my mental health. Social media runs on comparison. Likes, follows, comments. Social media is like a little public record about who in your life that has wronged you is doing better than you. The people that you hate is doing better than you. Including that little twerp from 4th grade who shoved pudding in your hoodie, Matthew. From work and school to degrees that actually pay less. Hustle culture, which basically says, hey, you, if you're not drop shipping or being an entrepreneur, you're falling behind the curve. The future used to feel like an opportunity. Now it feels more conditional and it's not coming fast enough. Loneliness is rising. Families are being stretched thin. Friendships are digitized into divisive friendships are being devised into divisive fandoms. Such as the weirdo theater kid FNAF guys like myself. And whatever this is, in the 1920s, you didn't have to worry about much. You had to worry about putting food on the table for your family, and you had to worry about if your neighbor was a communist. You also had to worry about how you were going to sneak a little drinky drink during the Prohibition. Nowadays, you don't worry about your own life, right? We've got these things. Basically, if we're so interconnected, we're going to learn about a lot, and we're going to learn a lot about bad shit that's happening everywhere, because bad news is a lot more popular than good news. Because there's a lot of good news out there, but the good news doesn't get as much clicks as the bad news. I feel like to begin understanding anxiety, you have to actually know what anxiety is chemically. In the brain, anxiety starts in the amygdala. The amygdala is basically the tiny alarm that sets off whenever there's danger going around. When it thinks something is wrong, it floods the body with signals. Your heart quickens, your breath shortens, you begin to sweat and be all... Basically, you enter fight or flight. Like that one time you saw Conor McGregor enter an American Airlines flight. Fight or flight? Because... Alright. The prefrontal cortex is designed to regulate the amygdala, okay? But sometimes the amygdala says nah and just absolutely floods yourself. Don't flood yourself. Think of it like a fire drill, except instead of everybody just standing up and leaving, everybody just stands up, doesn't walk anywhere, and just starts screaming. Chemically, the messengers are serotonin, GABA, whatever this is. Cortisol is the no bueno hormone. It lingers in your bloodstream. When it lingers in your bloodstream, you become more susceptible to it. It's basically like imagine a hard drive that when it collects data, it gets more space. Think of it like that. The more anxiety you have, the more susceptible to anxiety you get. It's like a terrible merry-go-round. So why... I turned into Joe Biden there for a second. So why should we care? Why should we not just shrug and say, everybody has anxiety? Well, because anxiety isn't just uncomfortable, it's our body telling us that something's wrong with our environment. It eats away at sleep, at focus, at joy. It makes ordinary tasks feel impossible. Have you ever tried, mind the slur, but have you ever tried applying to a job? Did you ever procrastinate the hell out of it and just go, I'm not gonna do this, and I'm gonna watch 40 Young Sheldon clips with Subway Surfers at the bottom of it, and then eventually do it because you're running out of money? Been there, trust me. But that's anxiety. That's anxiety being either I don't want a job or you're scared of rejection. The point is, high rates and levels of anxiety can lead to a slippery, fun water slide that I like to call the road to mental health disorders. Anxiety is not just a problem, it's also a signal. Trust your gut, right? Urban architecture and the way we live is not very much set up for humans, right? We evolved from apes. Not really. I know we're not exactly evolved from apes. It's just like a predecessor. But just listen to my point here. Have you ever seen a depressed ape ever in your life? No? Okay, good. Have you ever seen a depressed person in the past week? Like someone you could just see and be like, wow, you're not having a good day or life. There's my point. We were supposed to be climbing on trees, butt-ass naked, eating bananas.
Bananas.